Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. It's called Axe 1974. Giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick, just as Adrian does. He calls it B-movie goodness in my chat room yesterday. The first part is pretty slow. It's three mobster guys go after this gay guy who owes him money. And his gay lover watches as he gets his cigars shoved down his throat, beaten to death. His gay lover gets all scared and jumps 9 stories through the window. 3 mobster guys are decide to take over this home where this young girl is taking care of her paraplegic grandfather. So they kind of barge in there and she cooks them chicken that she had slaughtered, chopping off the neck of the chicken with an axe, just like in the Philippines. And she leaves it all bloodied on the sink all day, and then she plucks the feathers and she serves it to the 3 guys. But before that, the 3 guys terrorize this mom and pop store where this girl is working. They make her take off her blouse. Then they play William Tell. They shoot the ketchup bottle above her head. She's got ketchup all over her face. And then they pour a Coke bottle. They pour the Coke out of the bottle onto her head. I forgot about that scene. But when they get there, they hold up the girl at gunpoint because the cops come to her house. So she goes outside and she has a conversation with the cops unbeknownst to us. They go away, and then one of the mobsters wants to rape Lisa, the young girl who's taking care of her paraplegic grandfather. So he goes up there while everybody else is sleeping. He starts raping Lisa on camera. And Lisa just happened to put a straight edge razor on her in her little nightstand there. What a coincidence, eh? So she reaches in for it, grabs it, and starts slicing at him. Even after he's dead, she keeps slicing at him. And a lot of the stuff is off camera, so I'm not sure why this got video nasty. You know why? Because the British censors, for some odd reason, had something against this movie. It's pretty tame in my view. It's not even at all that offensive to me. I've seen worse, much worse. Okay, this movie is not a video nasty, but they kept it on the video nasty forever. It's like it was baptized and it was on the Catholic rolls forever. This movie is on the video nasty forever. So it has that unique distinction. For what reason, I don't know. And I guess the British censors want to flood the market in UK with all these censored videos, which were called California Axe Massacre. And that's where the name came from. Now, I don't know whether to call this one Lisa or Axe. I guess I'll call it Axe, because that's what Harry Novak called it when he distributed it in 1978, to give it a more sensational title than just Lisa, which makes sense. I mean, Axe, Lisa. I think Axe sounds better anyway. And Axe is the title on all the videos I saw on YouTube. One of them didn't even have any sound. I didn't think I was going to review this flick, actually. So when I turned it on, it had no sound, but I found an older rip that actually had sound to it and better picture quality, I might add. A little darker, in my view. So this Lisa gal, she has this blank look on her face while she's killing these guys. One of them has the hots for her, so he takes her out in the forest and he says, "Oh, you got to help me. I'm involved in murder. Help me, Lisa." And she pulls out her straight edge and hands it to him. And he goes, "Oh, thanks. I think I can use this." But before that, she chopped up the guy who raped her, off camera, of course. All you can see is the axe coming down on the bathtub, but you don't see the body parts being severed. So she puts him in a big chest, and she makes her pretend boyfriend carry the chest up the steps. There's blood all over it. He opens up the chest. We don't see what's inside, but we're assuming that he sees his mobster comrade in there. And she tells him that the other guy did it. So the other guy makes her fix him a sandwich and some kind of drink. Makes her sit down. Starts telling her how pretty and cute she is. Blah blah blah. She's kind of flat-chested, actually, and I don't even know how old she is. Probably barely 18. I'm guessing. I don't know, but the other guy starts raping her too, and lo and behold, there's axes all over the house. There was one in her bedroom, or one in her bathroom. I can't remember. There's one in the television area, the living room, where the invalid sits, the paraplegic invalid. And he's got a blank look on his face too. He just stares at the television, even if it's just lines going across the screen, kind of like somebody sitting in a bar. And so while she's getting raped, she just manages to reach her arm for the axe and whacks the guy with it, off camera, of course. She decides to hang him upside down in the fireplace, make some soup out of his blood. At first I thought she was making tomato soup because it looked like she got it out of a can. But then she serves soup to her dad, or not her dad, her grandpa, and her wannabe lover boy there. He starts slurping on the soup. He doesn't even recognize that it's blood. And then he sees the guy's ring in the soup, and he sees the blood splattering on the Yule log there, the fireplace. So he runs out, and I won't tell you what happens in the end. I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty much the movie. It's only an hour long, so it wasn't terribly boring in the first 30 minutes. But man, it starts to pick up fast after she gets raped multiple times. Pretty crazy movie. It doesn't follow the standard horror formula, but it's definitely got the gore element to it. Off camera, of course. Low budget, like Adrian was saying. So I got Fury in the mail. I'm gonna watch that one tomorrow. Don't know how long it is. Let me check. Hold on. So here it is. I just got it in the mail. Put it in my dresser drawer there. I'm opening it up. Here we go. Got the little sticker. And Fury is 1 hour 33 minutes. I might be able to finish this tomorrow. If it doesn't have bonus features. That's a big if. 1939, 36. Fritz Lang, Spencer Tracy. Should be pretty good. It gets a really high rating on IMDb. Let me see. It gets a 7.9. Incredible. That's really high. That's like unbelievably high. So I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see. Then I got a couple of A.C. Stevens movies coming up. I've got Office Lovin', White Collar Style. Got a pretty good looking white woman as a secretary. And Lady Godiva Rides. Then, for the weekend, I've also got a couple of Netflix DVDs coming down the pike. Let's see what I got. I've got come on. Oh, I forgot. It won't let me look at my Netflix queue while I'm live streaming. Anyways, I went to the interview. I was all excited, thinking I would be working Saturdays, 14 hours, all this overtime that I was promised on the phone interview. And the guys who actually did the hiring manager aspect of it, not the HR, they were telling me the polar opposite. Like, there are peaks and valleys, and some days you might get 9 hours, some days you might not. You just get 2 jobs, and whenever you finish, you go, which didn't sound too promising because I have my son, and then I've got my other job, grocery delivery. So it didn't sound like a very flexible schedule to me. Not a very good one, and not a very good opportunity to make money, and no matching in the 401k, no stock options, none of that good stuff. And the guy was asking me also, why didn't I apply for the construction position? I said, because it wasn't on there. And that's the position I should have applied for, because number one, it would have paid more probably. And number two, I might have gotten a more flexible schedule where I didn't have to work both day weekends, because I have my son all day Sunday. So it was complicated. I felt like I wasted gas and bridge toll, like half a tank, driving for like 3 hours just to get to this place. And the interview was only like 20 minutes. They told me it was going to be 45 minutes. I knew I was overqualified, and I didn't know they were going to make a big fuss about me not working Sunday, which is kind of a blessing in disguise, because I don't want that job if they're just going to dick around with my overtime, and they're not going to give me 14 hours consistently on Saturdays, which was what I was expecting. So that job is a piece of poop. I really don't want it. They can offer it to me, and I'll tell them the problem with the position that I applied for, and maybe they could have me apply for a different position, like they were suggesting. So the saga continues with that. And, very disappointing day, but I did get to see my son. I picked him up from some stupid winter camp with all these Chinese people. I don't know where my ex-wife gets his ideas for keeping my son occupied, but it just so happened that he got lucky that his friend Robert was there, 9-year-old. Robert is also in his skateboard class, and he's like absolutely enamored by my son for some reason. They're like inseparable. Anyways, pretty cool stuff. New Year's Eve, was it New Year's Eve? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. I drove to pick up my son, my ex-wife's little townhome there in San Mateo, and he was playing with his friends out in the common area. He wanted me to come play with him for an hour, so I went on some trails and I fell on my behind, got my hand all dirty. That was pretty wild. It's definitely an adventure being with my son, but he was happy he got to play on his cell phone for a couple hours. I got to watch Axe, and that was it. Starbucks closed, and I saw the rolling credits outside in the cold while my son had his hoodie on, looking at his cell phone. I forgot to bring his charger, though. That's one thing I forgot. Anyways, enough about that. I think if I hit all the main points with the Axe, did I miss anything? It's really low-budget horror, like Adrian was saying. Good stuff. You gotta watch it for the rape scenes, really. The rape slash straight edge razor slash axe scenes, I should say. I don't know what the big fuss over this movie is. It's all off camera. And, yeah, she's kind of creepy the way she's got that blank look on her face, and then she starts humming towards the end. When she she's serving that blood soup to her grandfather. And that was pretty cool. So, great flick. Check it out. Highly recommended. Put the trailer and the free movie in the description box, the one that actually has sound. Laters.